Hey, I'm Bret with Goldmorr USA. I'm so glad you took a few minutes to just let me go over some of the high points of the Goldmorr system and how it can really help transform your business. Much like you, I had a remediation restoration company for years, and I've been using the Goldmorr product since 2011. And to say that they are the gold standard in mold remediation really just doesn't cut it. I mean, they are just crazy good. You're going to be seeing some video and pictures of before and afters and how well the product works to get rid of mold. But it's not just about being visually appealing. We can prove that it works with science. Whatever testing you want to put after this stuff, it just gets rid of the mold. And that's fantastic, not only for us as remediation companies, but also for our customers. And not just the visual mold. It's also getting rid of the airborne spores that are throughout the building environment. Now, as important as it is to give a quality job to our customers, we also need to be profitable. And that's where Goldmorr shines too. The profit margins are unbelievable. And we'll be going through some of that as well. So again, thanks for taking some time with me. We'll try to be quick and yet cover the information. Let's dive right in. Goldmorr gives visible results that really just speak for themselves. Look at these before and afters. These were literally minutes between application and that final result. I mean, no scrubbing, no wire brushing, no soda blasting, no sanding. It works this way every time. And it's not just, hey, it looks great. You can test it, you can surface sample it, tape sample it, swab it, whatever. There's no dead body left behind, no nothing. Look at this real-time video. Nice even spray, typical attic mold remediation. He's going slow for the purpose of the video, but imagine how quickly you can do jobs. Our general manager, Randy Gandaria, he did these, he had a company up in Olympia, Washington, and did these attics all the time. It would oftentimes take him, before Goldmorr, 4 or 5 days for 2 guys to do it. Now it's 4 or 5 hours. Think how many more jobs you can do. On drywall, it just cuts right through the mold. You're not wiping it off. It's dissolving it. And we go through this in our free training. But, we check behind wall cavities and make sure it's not in there. But this is a classic surface mold issue caused by excessive humidity. And again, whatever sampling, whatever testing you want to put on it, the mold is gone. These are the kind of results you'll get every time. And we back it up. If you don't get these results each and every time, I want a personal call. I want to hear about it because there's something that got missed, some step, and we want to walk you through that process. Oh man, it just makes cleanup of mold so much easier than unnecessary tear out and then rebuild. Now, sometimes we have to tear out structural materials to get at mold that's maybe in a wall cavity. But if it's on the surface, oh, that's where Goldmorr really shines. Look at this wall. I mean, you can't get much nastier than that. And he's just using a small amount of the Goldmorr product to get rid of this mold. Now, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here on this. This is about a 4-minute process to get this wall, but I just want you to see kind of in quick time how well it works. Just give it a little time. It takes, since this one's so dug in, look, he's going to look at you, show you that sponge. You'd think it would be black with mold, but it's not. It's dissolving that mold. And just give it a few minutes. That dwell time allows it to penetrate into that root structure of the mold, and it's totally gone. Now we're going to follow this up with a fogging treatment to get rid of all the airborne spores as well, and we talk about that in our free training that we provide to you. But it's a complete system. So whether surface sampling, air quality testing, whatever, you've got a complete mold remediation, and your customers are thrilled. Again, just a few minutes later, and that's what the Goldmorr system does. So how much more profit could you make with Goldmorr while doing a better job than even traditional remediation in getting rid of both the visible and the invisible mold spores? Let's take a look at a couple examples here. First of all, maybe a typical attic job like we just saw in our video there. Let's say it's 1,000 square feet. The first step is spraying on the GM 6000, which just does that remarkable removal of the mold colony. For 1,000 square foot, you probably got maximum $250 of cost for product. Then we're going to use maybe a quarter of a gallon of our GM 2000 fogging agent to clear the air of all those airborne spores. Not even 50 bucks. Now, if you do need a post-clearance report through a third-party website, maybe $30 for that. Other expenses is your labor. Imagine two guys, 4 or 5 hours, let's just say 10 to 12 hours of labor, PPE and etc., less than $300. Your total cost on that job is $6 1/4. What would you typically charge for a full attic mold remediation? Let's knock it down to just $2,500. That's a profit of $1,875 or 75% margin after labor. What about that bathroom job we looked at in those videos? Maybe it's only 30 square feet of visible mold. You're not going to even have $30 in your stain remover. Another quarter of a gallon to fog the entire house because those mold spores have spread everywhere. We cover that in our training. Another $50. That certified post-clearance report, if needed, $30. Now your labor, not even 3 hours for one guy. PPE, etc., maybe $90. Total cost, $200. I could charge $14.50 all day long, and you know more. Think of the time and expense saved, not tearing all that out, not having all those subcontractors come in. Your profit on this job could be easily $1,250. That's an 86% margin. How much profit would you make using your current methods? How many more jobs could you do in just a week using the Goldmorr system? Companies across the globe have switched to Goldmorr. Many, after decades in the mold remediation business, using traditional methods, and they consistently report easier, faster, more effective results with dramatically higher customer satisfaction and profit levels. What do you get as part of the Goldmorr family? Well, first, training. Well, the products do most of the heavy lifting, for sure. We train for free your entire staff. Not only the staff you have today, but the staff you require going into the future. We want to make sure you get repeatable, effective, complete results every time. And so we want to make sure everyone's using the product correctly. And secondly, our customer support. It is second to none. You have direct access to our national trainers, our technical experts, including myself, if you ever need a field consultation, if you ever have questions about a project, if for some reason you didn't get the results that we've come to expect, that we talk about, that we show and look at in our videos, we expect a phone call to figure out what might have gone wrong. We want to help you succeed going forward. And that includes access to our Goldmorr companies across the country and the globe to exchange ideas with and questions with. All right, so how do you get involved using the Goldmorr system? Well, we have two packages that we offer. First is the silver package, and obviously has a variety of benefits. The first is the Goldmorr company license. Now, all companies have to have this license to use our products and systems. And this protects you from the everyday guy purchasing product just off the shelf. That's why we don't sell these products at supply stores or anything like that. When I started using Goldmorr back in 2011, that's what I paid, that $1,500. We're also going to give you lifetime mold training for your staff. You got rollover, you got new guys coming in, maybe people need a refresher course. We want to keep them trained as you grow and change. It's a 4-hour live Zoom class. It's held at least once a month. And that helps you be successful in using the Goldmorr products. Again, I used to pay $1,500 per employee to go to that training. This is lifetime for as many people as you want to. We've got companies that send literally dozens of guys to this training that have bigger companies. We require everyone who uses the Goldmorr products to go through this free training so they get the same results every time. You're also going to get that ongoing live support that we talked about earlier. We have a technician zone that has all kinds of how-to documents, SDS sheets, other technical documents that will help you be successful. You have access to proprietary air quality reports that no one else in this industry can use to certify that your jobs are clean and the air quality passes testing when it's done. You also have access to branded marketing materials that you can use in promoting the Goldmorr system and your services to your customer. And most importantly, really, is the access to the Goldmorr products themselves. And you can't really put a value on that. But if we did conservatively put a value on all these items, easy $4,500 plus. But as you could probably imagine, that's not what it's going to cost you today, not $4,500. In fact, we're going to give this silver package to you absolutely free. That's right. If you want to get involved with Goldmorr, you sign up for the silver package, you come to our training, and then you'll be approved to purchase and start using the Goldmorr system to build your business. I can't make you a better deal than that. Well, actually, I guess that's not quite true. I can make you one better deal. That's the gold package. If you really want to hit the ground running, if you really see the value, and this is the kind of company that can transform your business and you want to work with us doing that, the gold package is for you. Now, its benefits are obviously everything that's in the silver package, but we're also going to start you out with a starter kit of product. We're going to give you a unit of 6,000. That's that stain remover that we saw in those videos and stills that work just like magic. That costs $300. We're going to give you a unit of the GM 2000. That's the fogging agent that gets rid of airborne spores and other contaminants that are in the air at a value of $660. Now notice there at the bottom, just those two products together, that's enough for like 10 of those bathroom mold jobs that we talked about earlier. Think of the profit margins you can make with just this starter unit. Now notice we also require, again, not everybody, but somebody in your company that's going to be using the product to go through that free training before we can ship those products out. Now you're also going to get a variety of business templates, different things that will help you set yourself up to be successful in that respect. And here's the big one. 10% off of the Goldmorr chemicals for a full year. That is huge. We know it takes a minute to get up and running with any new tool or new product, new system, and we want to help you in that first year. You basically get to write your own discount here, depending on your workflow. That could easily be a $5,000 value. Now, here's another huge game changer. Customer sales videos. Now, think about this. We're mold professionals, but not necessarily salespeople. We'll have a suite of sales videos that you can use and show your customers the benefits of the Goldmorr system to sell more jobs for you. Not just advertising Goldmorr, but encouraging them to use you as the remediation professional. These videos are going to cover general mold remediation, obviously, but also mycotoxin removal and air quality. These are huge revenue streams that most mold remediation companies aren't tapping into, but they're there for your taking. These sales and educational videos will not only educate the customer, but increase your ability to add these services to your current business. Now, to go along with that, then, we're going to give you advanced air quality training and how you can, again, incorporate that Goldmorr system in terms of air quality and build a new revenue stream in your company. We're going to include advanced mycotoxin removal training. We have the process and the products to effectively remove mycotoxins, and we can prove it, again, with science and pre- and post-remediation testing. Again, this is a game changer. Now, if we added up all these items here, it would easily be over a $22,000 value. But again, that's not what we're charging today. If you want to hit the ground running and transform your business, we will make this gold package available to you today for just $1,250. That's it. Just the product we'll send you. The GM 6000, the GM 2000 is almost that much. This is the way to really get rolling with the Goldmorr system. So are you ready to transform your business by partnering with Goldmorr? We encourage you to join this growing network of successful remediation professionals who are using the Goldmorr system. And whether you start with the silver package, which again is at no cost to you, or step up to the gold, both paths put you on the road to a better performance with higher profits. So next, sign up, attend our free mold remediation training course. Again, it's held through Zoom at least once a month. The live training course, that's going to position you to get the most out of the Goldmorr system and start completing those more profitable jobs immediately. With Goldmorr, you're not just cleaning mold. You're building a smarter, more successful business.